Do you dream of speaking English confidently in 2026? Imagine opening your mouth and your words flow naturally, clearly, and without hesitation. Imagine joining a conversation, sharing your thoughts, and feeling proud of your English, even if no one around you speaks it. Today, I'm going to show you how to make that dream real. You don't need to move to an English-speaking country. You don't need expensive classes or a perfect tutor. You only need the right system, consistent practice, and a mindset that pushes you forward every day. This is not about shortcuts or memorizing hundreds of words. This is about changing your daily habits, training your mouth, rewiring your brain, and building real confidence. In this video, you will learn 10 proven steps that will transform your English. You'll discover how to speak naturally, think in English automatically, and finally enjoy conversations instead of feeling nervous. I'll show you exercises you can do at home, even if you're alone, and methods that thousands of learners use to speak fluently faster than they ever imagined. By the end of this video, you won't just know what to do. You'll feel motivated to take action today. Your English journey in 2026 starts now. It will change the way you communicate, learn, and even see yourself. Fire subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you don't miss any lessons that will help you speak English clearly, confidently, and fluently. Let's begin your transformation. The first step to speaking English fluently in 2026 is not grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation. The first step is your environment. If your surroundings do not support English, your progress will be slow no matter how hard you try. Imagine trying to grow a plant in dry soil with no sunlight or water. No matter how much fertilizer you add, the plant will struggle. Your English works the same way. If your daily environment is full of your native language distractions or habits that avoid speaking, your fluency will struggle. So, what is an English-friendly environment? It is a space where your brain is constantly exposed to English, where reading, listening, thinking, and even speaking English is a natural part of your day. Start small, but start today. Set your phone and social media apps to English. Every time you unlock your phone, your brain sees English. Read messages, notifications, or even search in English. Your brain begins to adapt without extra effort. Next, use English in your daily routines. While brushing your teeth, walking, cooking, or doing chores, say what you're doing in English out loud. For example, I am brushing my teeth. Today is a sunny day. I need to call my friend. This simple habit trains your brain to think in English naturally. It also prepares your mouth for speaking. Writing is another powerful tool. Take just one page every morning to write your thoughts in English. Don't worry about grammar mistakes. Write simply and honestly. For instance, today I want to speak better English. I feel nervous sometimes, but I am improving. This helps organize your thoughts and improve speaking because clear thoughts lead to clear speech. Start your day with English input for at least 10 minutes after waking up. No scrolling in your native language. No social media distractions. Watch a short English video, listen to a podcast, or play a short voice note. Your brain will absorb English naturally and start thinking in English without effort. Create visual reminders of English in your environment. Write positive affirmations on sticky notes, mirrors, or walls. Phrases like, I speak English clearly, I improve every day, and English is easy help your brain accept English as normal. Repeat these affirmations aloud. The repetition trains your mind, and over time, your brain starts to see English as a natural part of your life, not just a school subject. Even if no one around you speaks English, you can create your own English world. Wake up and play a 5-minute English audio. While brushing, speak 2 sentences about your day. During breakfast, watch 5 minutes of an English story or interview. Write a small journal. Before sleep, record a 2-minute voice note summarizing your day. In less than 30 minutes total, your mind will feel like it lives in an English-speaking country. Remember, fluency is not about intelligence. It is about consistency in your environment. Before you focus on grammar, vocabulary, or speaking drills, ask yourself, where is English in my daily life? If your answer is nowhere, start today. Your English growth begins with changing your environment. Build it, live it, and watch your fluency grow naturally. Train your mouth to speak English. Now that your environment supports English, it's time to train your mouth to speak. Many learners know thousands of English words in their brains, but still struggle to speak a single sentence fluently. Why? Because your brain might understand English, but your mouth hasn't learned the movements yet. Speaking English is a physical skill, just like dancing, swimming, or playing an instrument. You don't become a dancer by reading books. You don't become a swimmer by watching videos. You become skilled by moving your body. The same principle applies to your mouth and English. Your lips, tongue, throat, and breathing patterns have been practicing your native language for years. They are fast, comfortable, and automatic. When you try English, your mouth hesitates. Words don't flow. Pronunciation feels unnatural. This is normal. It's not your fault. It's muscle memory in action. The solution? Daily speaking exercises that train your mouth and bridge it with your brain. The first exercise is shadowing. Shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what they say, matching their speed, rhythm, and emotion. Choose short videos, stories, interviews, or TED Talks. Play one sentence, pause, and speak it out loud. Then play it again, speaking with the same emotion and rhythm as the speaker. Start with 1-minute clips, then move to 2-minute clips. At first, your mouth will struggle. You may mispronounce, feel tired, or speak slowly. That is progress in action. Your mouth is learning a new skill. Repeat each sentence 5 to 10 times. Over time, your speech will feel fast, natural, and fluent. Next is the 321 speaking drill. Pick a simple topic, like your morning routine, favorite movie, or why you want to learn English. Speak about it for 3 minutes straight, without stopping or translating in your head. Then, speak about the same topic for 2 minutes, then 1 minute. This trains your brain to think quickly in English and your mouth to produce sentences under pressure. At first, it may feel difficult. You may pause, repeat words, or feel stuck. That's okay. This is a gym for your mouth. Consistency matters more than perfection. Mirror talk is another powerful tool. Stand in front of a mirror for 5 minutes every day. Speak about your day, your feelings, or your goals in English. Look yourself in the eyes. Don't worry about mistakes. Speak slowly, clearly, and honestly. This builds emotional confidence and removes fear of speaking to others. When you can speak to yourself, you can speak to anyone. Finally, record yourself once a week. Most learners avoid hearing their voice because it feels awkward. But listening to your recordings is how you become your own coach. Ask yourself, where did I pause? Did I speak clearly? Was my tone confident? Week by week, you will notice progress. Your sentences flow faster, your voice sounds natural, and your confidence grows. Remember, fluency is about moving your mouth daily in English, not just knowing more words or grammar. 5 minutes of shadowing, 3 minutes of mirror talk, and a 321 drill are all you need to strengthen your speaking muscles. The mouth learns by action, not theory. The more consistently you train, the faster fluency becomes automatic. You've changed your environment and trained your mouth to speak English. Now it's time for one of the most important steps, building brain fluency. Why is this crucial? Because speaking isn't just about your mouth. It's about your thoughts. If your brain still thinks in your native language, English will feel slow, broken, and unnatural. You'll pause, translate in your head, forget words, and lose confidence. Fluent speaking begins in your mind, not your mouth. Brain fluency is when your thoughts flow automatically in English without translating, hesitating, or overthinking. Your inner voice becomes English. Sentences, ideas, and feelings appear naturally. This is what separates learners who can understand English but freeze from those who speak fluently even with simple words. The first tool for brain fluency is the English thought loop. This trains your brain to complete thoughts fully in English instead of speaking in broken pieces. Start with simple sentences and extend them naturally. For example, I like coffee. I drink it every morning. I usually add milk because I enjoy the taste. Today is sunny. I plan to go for a walk. I might visit the park nearby and listen to music. Notice how your ideas flow from one sentence to another, just like in your native language. Practice this for 5 minutes daily, without stopping or translating. Over time, your brain learns the rhythm of English thinking and speaking becomes smoother. Next, create no translation zones. Choose small moments in your day. Brushing teeth, making tea, walking in, promise yourself, during this activity, I will think only in English. Even if your thoughts are simple or broken, the key is habit. After 1 week, add more zones. Grocery shopping, cooking, waiting for the bus. Slowly, your brain becomes wired to operate in English without relying on your native language. The third tool is the emotion connection method. Your brain remembers language faster when it's tied to feelings. Think back to how you learned your first language. Through hunger, joy, pain, curiosity. You didn't memorize grammar. You felt emotions and expressed them naturally. Apply the same to English. When you feel excited, say, "This is amazing." Frustrated? "I'm really tired of this." Nervous? "Why do I feel scared?" Speak these emotions out loud, whisper, or even write them. This connects English with your real feelings and trains your brain to express thoughts with emotion, not just words. By combining thought loops, no translation zones, and emotional connection, your mind begins to run on English. Thoughts appear naturally. Words come faster. Sentences flow more smoothly. Confidence grows. Speaking is no longer mechanical. It's real, connected, and alive. Remember, fluency is not about perfect grammar or knowing thousands of words. It's about thinking clearly, confidently, and emotionally in English. When your brain leads a process, your mouth follows effortlessly. This is brain fluency, the hidden engine behind natural, confident, and automatic English speaking. Start today. Spend 10 minutes daily on thought loops. Create at least 2 no translation zones. And connect your English with real emotions. Within weeks, your inner voice will become fluent, and speaking English will feel as natural as thinking in your first language. Master the power of repetition. You fixed your environment, trained your mouth, and built brain fluency. Now, it's time for the step that transforms good learners into fluent speakers: repetition. Most English learners make a common mistake. They chase new tips, new apps, new videos, new vocabulary every day. They want fast results, thinking that learning more means speaking better. But here's the truth. Your brain doesn't crave new information. It craves repetition. Fluency comes from deep, repeated practice, not endless exposure to new things. Think about how you learned your first language. You didn't learn 100 new words every day. You heard the same words and sentences thousands of times. Mom, water, I want, let's go. You repeated, listened, copied, and gradually, your brain and mouth learn them automatically. English works the same way. Deep repetition is the secret to speaking naturally, confidently, and automatically. The golden rule of repetition is simple but powerful. Repeat one lesson 10 times, instead of 10 lessons one time. Let me explain. Many learners touch many words, sentences, or videos once and then move on. Later, they wonder why speaking feels difficult. It's because the brain didn't own the language. It only touched it. But when you repeat deeply, the brain records it as important, usable, and permanent. Start by building a personal sentence bank. Every time you hear a powerful phrase or sentence, write it down. Don't just collect words. Collect full sentences. For example, "This is a great opportunity. I don't want to miss it. I feel nervous sometimes, but I keep going anyway. I am improving every day, and I trust myself." Next, practice internal repetition. Take one sentence from your bank and repeat it 5 times in your normal voice, then 5 times slowly with emotion, then 5 times imagining different situations: angry, happy, tired, professional, casual. Use in your mirror talk, voice journaling, or writing exercises. This is not busy work. This is deep learning that turns sentences into automatic tools your brain and mouth can use anytime. Another powerful method is the 10x video rule. Choose one English video, TED Talk, story, podcast, interview, and watch it 10 times, each time focusing on a different skill. Just listen and absorb the sound. Read subtitles while listening. Repeat key phrases aloud. Shadow every sentence, matching speed, tone, and emotion. Pause and explain in your own words. Write a short summary. Teach the lesson to your mirror. Copy the speaker style. Share your opinion about the topic in English. Use sentences from the video in your own life. This process transforms your passive understanding into active, natural fluency. It trains memory, pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. Most learners give up after the second or third watch, but fluency requires discipline and depth, not speed. Even basic sentences deserve repetition. How are you? I'm fine. I don't know. Native speakers use these thousands of times. If you repeat them deeply, you'll find yourself answering naturally and confidently without pausing. Depth beats breadth every time. Daily repetition builds a fluency system in your brain and mouth. Sentences become automatic. Confidence grows. Pauses disappear. You stop translating. You stop searching for new tips. You own the language. Start today. Choose 2 sentences from your bank. Repeat each 10 to 20 times aloud, in writing and in mirror talk. Shadow 1 minute of a video 5 times. Review yesterday's sentences and repeat them again. Repeat with intensity, focus, and love. Fluency isn't about doing more. It's about going deeper. The more you repeat, the more English becomes a natural part of you. By the end of this step, you'll realize fluency is not about knowing more. It's about repeating better. Your sentences, phrases, and expressions will flow automatically. Your brain will stop searching and your confidence will soar. Repetition is the engine of fluency. Without it, all other techniques lose power. With it, every day brings measurable progress. Now that you've prepared your environment, trained your mouth, built brain fluency, and mastered repetition, it's time for the step that turns all your preparation into real English-speaking power. Speaking daily. This is the moment where learners either take action or stay stuck. Many people study English for years but still cannot speak confidently, not because they don't know the language, but because they don't speak enough. Fluency is born in the daily act of speaking, not in watching videos, reading books, or memorizing words. Here's the truth. You don't need a speaking partner. You don't need to move to an English-speaking country. You don't need a classroom or a tutor. The only things you truly need are your voice, your dedication, and a system that forces you to speak every day. Most learners wait for permission. They wait for someone to talk to. They wait for the perfect moment or the perfect person. And every day they wait, confidence fades, courage weakens, and fear grows. But the moment you decide you are your own speaking partner, your fluency journey becomes unstoppable. The first and most powerful tool is mirror talk. Your mirror is your honest partner. It never judges. It never interrupts. It reflects your voice, your energy, and your fear. Every day, stand in front of your mirror and speak for 5 minutes about your day, your goals, or your feelings. Don't worry about grammar or vocabulary. Speak slowly, honestly, and confidently. The mirror gives you immediate feedback. You see hesitation, notice tone, and experience emotions. Over time, you'll start trusting your voice. You'll begin to believe, I have a voice in English, and I can use it. Next, use imaginary conversations. If you don't have a partner, create one in your mind. Think of a situation, a job interview, ordering food, asking for directions, and play both roles. Speak the questions and answers out loud. Pause, react, smile, and adjust your tone. Example, Hi, I'd like a coffee, please. Sure. Milk or sugar? Milk, no sugar. And a muffin, please. This trains sentence flow, pronunciation, rhythm, and emotional tone, all without another person. Doing one new situation every day prepares you for real-life conversations. Within 30 days, you'll feel ready to speak naturally in any environment. The third tool is topic talks. Pick one topic daily. Your dream job, favorite memory, a challenge you faced, or what you want to improve. Set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes and speak without stopping. Even if you pause or repeat yourself, keep going. Every sentence you speak strengthens a connection between your brain and mouth. Over time, your ideas will organize naturally, your sentences will flow faster, and your fluency will grow. Fourth, voice journaling takes your practice deeper. Instead of writing in a journal, record yourself speaking about your day. Talk freely for 2 to 5 minutes. Save the recording, and once a week, Listen to past recordings. You will hear your improvement week by week. This is not just fluency training. It's emotional reinforcement. You'll hear a person who refused to give up, a person building confidence, clarity, and courage through daily speaking. Finally, integrate shadow conversations into daily practice. Take a short video or audio clip in English. Listen to one sentence, pause, and repeat exactly, matching tone, rhythm, emotion, and speed. Repeat again and again until your mouth owns the sentence. Just 1 minute daily will gradually train your intonation, emotional tone, and natural rhythm. The key to success in daily speaking is consistency, not perfection. Speak every day, even if it's messy, broken, or slow. Speak to yourself, to the mirror, to your phone, to your thoughts. The more you practice, the less fear you feel. The more you speak, the more your confidence grows. Soon, speaking English will feel natural, automatic, and unstoppable. Remember, every fluent speaker you admire started alone. They whispered to themselves, practiced in private, and didn't wait for anyone. Today, you can do the same. Build your private speaking world. Your room, your voice, your imagination, and your fluency will follow. Speak like a human, not a textbook. Many English learners think fluency is about perfect grammar, advanced vocabulary, or memorizing endless phrases. But here's the truth. Perfect English alone will never make you sound natural or confident. You might speak correctly, but your English could still feel cold, robotic, and flat. People might understand your words, but they won't feel connection. That's because real spoken English isn't just about correctness. It's about emotion, rhythm, and presence. Think about how you speak in your native language. You don't always construct full sentences. You pause, gesture, emphasize words depending on how you feel. You laugh, you hesitate. You add small words like, or, well, naturally. You speak with your whole body and mind. And that is exactly what you need to bring into your English. Fluency is not about sounding like a textbook. It's about sounding like yourself in English. Here's how to do it. Technique 1. Speak in chunks, not word by word. Native speakers rarely speak word by word. They speak in phrases or chunks that flow naturally. For example, instead of saying, I will and go to the store after I finish work, a native speaker says, I'll go to the store after work. Simple, smooth, and natural. Start noticing chunks when you watch videos, listen to podcasts, or read dialogues. Write them down. Repeat them in your mirror talk and your voice journals. Make these chunks part of your mouth memory. Technique 2. Speak with emotion, not just logic. Robotic speakers focus only on grammar. They say words flatly. You need to inject emotion, happiness, surprise, frustration, or curiosity into every sentence. Take a sentence from a video or your own sentence bank and say it 5 different ways. Happy, angry, surprised, thoughtful, and casual. Record yourself. Listen. Adjust. This trains your brain to deliver English naturally, not mechanically. Technique 3. Stop chasing perfection. Chase connection. Most learners hesitate because they fear mistakes. They want perfect sentences, perfect pronunciation, perfect grammar. Stop. Real English communication is about connection. Speak clearly, honestly, and with courage. If you forget a word, explain it differently. If a sentence is incomplete, continue with the next idea. The world doesn't need perfect grammar. It needs your voice. Technique 4. Use everyday expressions, not academic English. Phrases like, I find this experience to be quite pleasurable and beneficial are correct but unnatural. Native speakers say, I really liked it. It was fun and helpful. Focus on expressions that people actually say in daily life. Phrases you can use in conversations, online chats, work, school, or travel. Learn one practical expression per day. Repeat it and use it immediately. Technique 5. Match your body language with your voice. Speaking English is not just your mouth. It's your eyes, face, hands, posture, and breathing. Stand tall, open your chest, gesture naturally, and breathe deeply while speaking. This improves voice clarity, confidence, and presence. Your body amplifies your English. People remember how you made them feel, not the exact grammar you used. When you combine these 5 techniques, your English transforms from robotic to alive. You will sound human, confident, and natural, even with simple vocabulary. Fluency is not just what you say. It's how you say it, how you feel while saying it, and how you connect with your listener. Remember, being fluent is not about memorizing rules. It's about becoming a confident communicator. Speak like a human, not a textbook. Your words will flow naturally, your sentences will sound real, and your English will finally feel like yours. Every time you practice, ask yourself, am I speaking like a machine or like a real person? Adjust, repeat, and keep practicing. The more you focus on human speech, chunks, emotion, connection, everyday expressions, and body language, the faster your English will become alive and fluent. Mini action plan for Section 6. Pick a short sentence or phrase. Speak it in 5 different emotions. Record and review. Identify 3 to 5 common chunks from videos or podcasts. Repeat them 10 to 20 times. Use 1 new everyday expression in mirror talk or voice journaling. Stand up, use gestures, breathe deeply, and speak your sentences aloud. Repeat these exercises daily. Over time, your English won't just be correct. It will be human, natural, and confident. Many English learners feel stuck because they believe they need a partner to practice speaking. They wait for a native speaker, a tutor, a class, or a friend who speaks English. They wait for permission to start speaking. And while they wait, their confidence fades, their voice becomes weaker, and their dreams feel farther away. But here's the truth. You don't need anyone else to become fluent in English. You can train your speaking skills alone. And in fact, solo practice can be more powerful than anything else. Building solo speaking confidence is about creating your own English world, where you think, speak, and express yourself freely. It's about turning silence into progress. Even if you live in a country where nobody around you speaks English, even if you feel shy or alone, you can still train your voice, rhythm, and fluency every single day. All you need is consistency, intention, and a plan. Let's start with Pillar 1, Mirror Talk Therapy. Your mirror is one of the most honest speaking partners you will ever have. It doesn't interrupt, it doesn't judge, and it reflects your energy, your voice, your fear, and your growth. Stand in front of a mirror for 5 minutes every day. Look yourself in the eyes and speak out loud about your day, your goals, or your feelings. Don't worry about grammar or vocabulary. Just express your ideas honestly. When you speak to your reflection, you face the fear of your own voice. You build confidence in private before speaking in public. Over time, you begin to trust your English voice. Next is Pillar 2, Imaginary Conversations. If you don't have a conversation partner, create one in your mind. Role-play situations like ordering coffee, job interviews, airport check-ins, or meeting a friend. Speak both sides of the conversation out loud. For example, "Hi, I'd like a large coffee, please." "Sure, would you like milk or sugar?" "Milk, no sugar, please." And a blueberry muffin. By creating both sides, you practice flow, rhythm, sentence structure, pronunciation, listening, and emotional tone, all by yourself. Within 30 days, you'll feel ready for real-life conversations. Pillar 3. Topic Talks focuses on real subjects that matter to you. Pick a topic each day. Your dream job, your best day, your favorite movie, or why you want to learn English. Set a timer for 3 minutes and speak without stopping. Even if you get stuck, say, let me think. Keep going. Topic Talks improve organization, fluency, and idea flow. Over time, your thoughts will come faster, your sentences will sound smoother, and you'll speak more like a storyteller. Pillar 4, Voice journaling is next-level practice. Instead of writing, record yourself speaking about your day for 2 to 5 minutes every night. Talk about what you did, how you felt, what you learned, and what you want to improve. Save your recordings and listen to them weekly. You'll be amazed at your progress. You'll hear yourself becoming clearer, more confident, and more natural. This is not just fluency training. It's emotional growth. Your voice becomes a reflection of a person who refuses to give up. Pillar 5, Shadow Conversations. Pick a video, movie, or audio of native speakers. Listen to a sentence, pause, and repeat it exactly. Same tone, rhythm, speed, and emotion. Repeat until your mouth owns a sentence. Start with 1 minute of content per day. By the end of the week, your voice will sound more natural, confident, and closer to native-like. Shadowing trains intonation, rhythm, emotional tone, and mouth muscle memory all on your own. The emotional side of solo practice is important too. Many learners feel silly talking to a mirror or pretending to have conversations. They worry someone might hear them. Stop thinking like that. Speaking alone is not crazy, it's courageous. Singers rehearse alone. Actors practice scenes alone. Speakers train speeches alone. Every time you practice in private, you are rewiring your brain, training your mouth, and growing your confidence. You are preparing for real conversations before they even happen. Here's the key principle. Solo practice builds unbreakable confidence. If you can speak to yourself clearly and confidently, you can speak to anyone in the world. You've already faced the fear of judgment, built mouth memory, and trained your brain to think in English. Your solo practice is real, effective, and heroic. Mini action plan for Section 7. Spend 5 minutes daily in front of a mirror talking about your day, feelings, or goals. Create one imaginary conversation per day. Speak both roles out loud. Choose a topic for 3 minutes of solo speaking. Don't stop, even if you pause or repeat. Record your voice journal nightly for 2 to 5 minutes. Listen to previous recordings weekly. Shadow 1 minute of a native English video per day. Repeat until natural. When you practice consistently, your English will no longer feel foreign. You will speak with confidence, clarity, and rhythm. You'll stop waiting for others and start owning your fluency. Solo speaking is not a backup. It's the foundation of real English mastery. Your future fluent self will thank you for every minute you invested in your private English practice. Master natural conversation flow. Speaking English confidently is not just about knowing words or grammar. It's about flowing naturally in conversation. Many learners struggle because they focus too much on perfection. They plan sentences, pause, correct themselves, and by the time they speak, the conversation has moved on. The truth is, fluency comes from flow, not perfection. You want your words, thoughts, and emotions to move smoothly like a river, rather than stop and go like a traffic jam. To master natural conversation flow, you need to understand 3 things: timing, rhythm, and response. Timing is about when to speak, when to pause, and when to listen. Rhythm is about how your words connect, rise, fall, and breathe. Response is about engaging with others without overthinking. Let's break these down into actionable strategies. Step 1. Practice the one thought, one sentence rule. Many learners try to say too much at once. You plan long sentences and then get stuck midway. Instead, focus on expressing one idea in one sentence. For example, instead of saying, "I went to the park yesterday because I needed to relax, and then I saw my friend, and we decided to eat," break it into smaller sentences. "Yesterday, I went to the park. I wanted to relax. I met my friend there. We decided to have something to eat." Shorter sentences are easier to say, easier to understand, and sound more natural. Over time, this trains your brain to organize thoughts quickly while speaking. Step 2. Learn conversation connectors. Natural conversation uses small words and connectors like, "well, actually, so, right?" These words make your speech sound human, not textbook. For example, "I like traveling" versus, "well, I actually really like traveling. The second version flows better, feels relaxed, and invites response. Practice inserting connectors into your daily speaking. Shadow videos, podcasts, or YouTube conversations, and notice how native speakers use these small words to keep the conversation alive. Step 3. Train listening plus speaking together. Conversation is not one way. You need to listen actively while preparing your response. A simple exercise. Listen to a short audio or a friend speaking in English. Pause for 1 second and respond naturally. Don't overthink grammar or perfect vocabulary. Focus on replying in a smooth, continuous manner. Over time, your brain will learn to respond instantly, which is the core of natural flow. Step 4. Use thinking in English techniques. Many learners think in their first language and translate into English. This causes hesitation, pauses, and awkward phrasing. Instead, try thinking directly in English. Describe what you see, plan your day, or react to your surroundings in English in real time. For example, if you see someone reading a book, think, "He looks focused. I wonder what he's reading." This trains your mind to create sentences instantly instead of translating word by word. Step 5. Embrace pauses, not silence. Pauses are natural in conversation. Native speakers pause to think, breathe, or emphasize. The key is not to panic during a pause. Instead of saying, constantly, practice silent thinking pauses. For example, "I really like that movie." Pause, because it shows friendship in a beautiful way. Pauses make your speech sound intentional and calm, rather than rushed or anxious. Step 6. Record, replay, improve. Record short conversations with yourself or shadow dialogues. Play them back and listen for unnatural pauses, monotone delivery, or awkward sentences. Mark areas to improve, then redo the recording. This feedback loop trains your ear, mouth, and brain to flow naturally in conversation. Step 7. Simulate real conversations. Solo practice is powerful, but real conversations help solidify flow. Use apps, online speaking partners, or group calls. Focus not on perfect grammar, but connecting ideas smoothly, asking questions, and reacting naturally. Pay attention to rhythm, tone, and how native speakers transition between topics. Mini action plan for Section 8. Speak one idea per sentence. Break long thoughts into smaller statements. Use connectors like "well, actually," and to make speech sound human. Practice listening plus instant response exercises for 5 to 10 minutes daily. Think directly in English when describing surroundings or planning your day. Embrace intentional pauses to sound natural and confident. Record yourself, replay, and adjust for smoother speech. Simulate real conversations whenever possible, focusing on flow over perfection. Remember, natural conversation flow is not learned overnight. It requires daily practice, listening, and experimentation. Every time you speak, think of it as a mini rehearsal for real-life fluency. Over time, your sentences will move effortlessly, your tone will feel relaxed, and your English will sound like a living, breathing language, confident, natural, and fully yours. Handle mistakes gracefully. One of the biggest fears for English learners is making mistakes. You worry about mispronouncing words, using the wrong grammar, or saying something awkward in front of others. The truth is, mistakes are not a barrier. They are a bridge to fluency. Every error you make gives you valuable information on what to improve, and every time you recover from a mistake, you become more confident. To handle mistakes gracefully, you need to shift your mindset from perfection to progress. Imagine speaking English as a journey, not a performance. Nobody expects you to be perfect. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. The key is how you react, adapt, and continue speaking. Let's break this down into practical strategies. Step 1. Accept mistakes as part of learning. Stop fearing errors. Every time you speak, you're training your brain and muscles to produce English naturally. Mistakes are proof that you are actively practicing, not avoiding the challenge. Write down your common mistakes and observe patterns, but don't let them stop you from speaking. For example, if you often confuse much and many, just notice it, correct yourself calmly, and move on. This is how learning happens. Step 2. Use self-correction naturally. When you notice a mistake mid-sentence, try to correct it smoothly without stopping the conversation. For example, "I have much work to do today." This shows awareness and builds confidence. Avoid over-apologizing or stopping entirely. That kills your flow. Native speakers often correct themselves quickly without making it a big deal, and you should do the same. Step 3. Respond with humor or grace. Mistakes can be embarrassing, but a simple smile or light comment can turn them into a positive moment. For example, if you mispronounce a word, you can say, "Oops, that didn't come out right. I meant." This shows that you are confident and relaxed, which makes conversations enjoyable for both sides. Humor reduces tension and allows the conversation to continue naturally. Step 4. Learn from each mistake. After speaking, reflect on your errors. Ask yourself, what word or phrase did I struggle with? How can I improve it next time? Keep a notebook or voice memo of these moments. Over time, patterns will emerge, and your mistakes will become stepping stones rather than obstacles. This habit transforms fear into actionable improvement. Step 5. Focus on communication, not perfection. Fluency is about being understood, not being perfect. People care more about your message than minor grammar errors. If someone understands you, that's already success. The more you focus on communicating ideas clearly, the less your mistakes will matter. Confidence comes from knowing you can keep the conversation going even when you slip up. Step 6. Practice mistake recovery drills. Simulate situations where you make small errors and recover instantly. For example, read aloud and intentionally mix up a word, then correct it smoothly. Or, during solo speaking, pause mid-sentence, say the mistake, and continue naturally. These drills train your brain to stay calm under pressure, so mistakes no longer derail your conversation. Step 7. Surround yourself with supportive speakers. Practice with people who encourage growth rather than perfection. Speaking with patient learners, tutors, or friendly conversation partners helps you experiment without fear, because mistakes become part of learning rather than a judgment. Over time, the supportive environment builds resilience and reduces anxiety. Mini action plan for Section 9. Accept mistakes as part of your learning journey. Correct yourself naturally without stopping the conversation. Use humor or a calm response to reduce tension. Reflect on each mistake and note patterns for improvement. Prioritize communication over perfect grammar. Practice mistake recovery drills daily. Speak with supportive people who encourage learning. Remember, mistakes are proof that you are speaking, practicing, and growing. Each time you handle an error with calmness and grace, you build confidence, strengthen fluency, and become a more resilient speaker. Mistakes don't make you less capable. They make you stronger, faster, and ready to speak English like a true global communicator. Reaching a certain level of English fluency is exciting, but the journey doesn't end there. True fluency comes from continuous growth, constant exposure, and daily practice. The most successful learners never stop improving. They keep discovering new ways to stretch their skills, expand vocabulary, and strengthen confidence. This section will guide you to build a lifelong habit of growing your English fluency. Step 1. Make English part of your daily life. Fluency grows when English surrounds you. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, read news, and talk to yourself in English regularly. The more English is part of your life, the easier it is to think and speak naturally. Even small daily practices, like narrating your day in English or describing what you see around you, can dramatically improve your fluency over time. Step 2. Keep expanding vocabulary and context. Knowing a lot of words is helpful, but understanding how to use them naturally is even more important. Instead of memorizing lists, learn words and sentences, phrases, or real-life situations. For example, don't just learn challenge. Practice saying, "I'm facing a challenge at work, but I will overcome it." This approach connects words to real communication, helping your brain recall them faster during conversations. Step 3. Engage with native content regularly. Movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, and podcasts expose you to real English, accents, expressions, and cultural context. Don't just watch passively. Repeat, shadow, and mimic what you hear. Shadowing means listening to a short sentence and speaking at the same time, matching pronunciation and rhythm. This trains your mouth, ears, and brain to work together, making speech more natural and fluent. Step 4. Track your progress. Set small goals and monitor improvements. Record yourself speaking every week or month and compare. Notice better pronunciation, smoother sentences, or faster response times. Tracking progress keeps motivation high, highlights areas for improvement, and shows that consistent effort pays off. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. It fuels long-term success. Step 5. Challenge yourself with real conversations. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Speak with native speakers. Participate in online English communities or join discussion groups. Real conversations challenge your listening, comprehension, and quick thinking skills. Even if mistakes happen, each interaction teaches you resilience and fluency under pressure. Remember, fluency is not about perfection. It's about communication and confidence. Step 6. Combine solo practice with social practice. Solo speaking helps you refine thoughts and pronunciation, while social interactions test your real-world fluency. Balance both. Speak to yourself daily, but also engage in conversations with others regularly. This combination strengthens memory, builds confidence, and develops the ability to adapt your language to different situations and accents worldwide. Step 7. Keep learning advanced structures gradually. Once you are comfortable with basic fluency, start learning complex sentence structures, idioms, and phrasal verbs. Don't overwhelm yourself. Integrate them slowly into your daily speaking. Using advanced structures naturally makes your English richer and more persuasive, helping you sound like a confident global communicator. Step 8. Reflect and adjust your learning. Every few weeks, ask yourself, what techniques are working? Where am I improving? Which areas need more focus? Adjust your practice to target weak spots while continuing your strengths. Reflection ensures that your growth is purposeful, efficient, and continuous, rather than random or stagnant. Step 9. Embrace lifelong learning. Fluency is a journey, not a destination. Even native speakers continue learning vocabulary, expressions, and cultural nuances throughout their lives. Adopt the mindset of a lifelong learner. Be curious, stay motivated, and enjoy exploring new ways to express yourself clearly and confidently. The world of English is vast, and every step you take adds depth and mastery to your communication skills. Step 10. Make English your superpower. When you keep growing your fluency, English becomes more than a skill. It becomes a tool to connect globally, express ideas confidently, and pursue opportunities. Your daily efforts compound over time, transforming small practices into extraordinary results. Remember, every word you speak, every sentence you construct, and every mistake you recover from is part of your unstoppable journey toward fluency. Mini action plan for Section 10. Surround yourself with English daily through listening, reading, and speaking. Learn vocabulary in context, not isolation. Engage with native content and shadow speech. Record and track your progress regularly. Challenge yourself with real conversations. Balance solo and social speaking practice. Gradually integrate advanced sentence structures. Reflect, adjust, and target areas for improvement. Embrace lifelong learning and curiosity. See English as your tool to connect, express, and grow globally. By following these steps, your fluency won't just improve. It will thrive, enabling you to communicate confidently with people across the US, UK, and around the world. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, English is not just a language. It's a bridge to endless opportunities. Congratulations! You just learned the 10 essential steps to speak English confidently and fluently. Remember, fluency is not about being perfect. It's about practice, courage, and continuous growth. Every word you speak, every mistake you make, and every sentence you form brings you one step closer to mastering English. Now it's your turn. Take action today. Start speaking, keep practicing daily, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Your English will grow faster than you ever imagined if you commit to these steps. If you found this guide helpful, like this video, share it with friends who want to improve their English, and subscribe to the channel for more motivational tips and practical strategies to take your English to the next level. Also, leave a comment below telling us which section you're going to practice first. We love hearing your progress and celebrating your wins. Remember, the journey to fluency starts now, and every small step counts. Keep speaking, keep growing, and your English will open doors to opportunities worldwide.